Now the last topic is RTI Act 2005 and amendments. RTI Act is a very important act, okay, in the sense that it has already come into exam many times. First importance to यही है. The second one is it is a very important law from the point of view of democracy. ठीक है? It sets the accountability and it provides for transparency in the governance. ठीक है? Now the issues that we are going to deal with are important aspects of RTI Act 2005, amendments done in 2019, dilution of RTI and Central Information Commission. So RTI Act is very important, as we all know. As I told, कि from democratic point of view, from the point of view that it promotes democracy, it sets accountability and brings transparency. ठीक है? So what are the important aspects of RTI Act 2005? What are the important sections of RTI Act that we need to deal from our exam point of view? And what are the amendments done in 2019? Why is this again in news? And what has amounted to the dilution of RTI and Central Information Commission that is also established by the RTI Act, Right to Information Act. It has been in news because Supreme Court has expressed displeasure over the centers not replying to the pleas challenging amendments made under the Right to Information Terms of Services. Okay, there was an amendment made in 2019. Sorry. Okay, amendments were made in 2019 through this act under the Right to Information Terms of Services Rules 2019. This is Act 2019 Amendment Act, and under this act rules were also made. Similar to the IT Act 2000 and IT Rules 2011, and now the 2011 rules have been repealed and the rules of 2021 has been brought. Similarly, किसी भी एक्ट में आप रूल्स बना सकते हो, ठीक है? तो but what has happened is a person by the name of Jairam Ramesh is a Congress. He is a member of Congress party. He has filed a case in Supreme Court challenging the amendments made under Right to Information Terms of Services Act 2019, Amendment Act 2019, and subsequently Rules 2019 also, challenging that these amendments dilute the RTI Act and are actually hampering the fundamental right of the collective fundamental right of citizens of India. Okay. Why is it important? The second important thing is, last year Supreme Court held that Office of Chief Justice of India is a public authority under RTI Act. These four have been very important developments in the scope of RTI Act in the recent years. ठीक है? तो इसलिए RTI Act पढ़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है from exam point of view, because it has been consistently in news and a lot of debate is going on in the country on RTI Act. Okay, the Supreme Court has held that NGOs having substantial government funding will come under the public authority as defined under RTI Act. We will be dealing with what public authority is, what NGOs are having substantial, and what is substantial government financing. Okay, and in pursuance of section 4(2) of article of RTI Act, Rajasthan government has started Jan सूचना portal. ठीक है? By proactively declaring the information that is being held by the various ministries, departments and various executive bodies of the Rajasthan government proactively online, so that the scope of RTI, the filing of RTI can be reduced. A very simple example of Jan सूचना portal is uploading the expenditures that are being incurred by various ministries. Okay, if that is being uploaded on Jan सूचना portal, so if someone wants to access the expenditure of various ministries, he can directly go to Jan सूचना portal of Rajasthan and he can access easily without the need of filing a RTI for that. ठीक है? So this is called proactive declaration. ठीक है? The section 4(2) of RTI Act mandates that the governments or the various government bodies should proactively put the information in public domain, that is that actually comes under the ambit of RTI Act. ठीक है. Now important sections of RTI Act are section 2J. Right to information means what is actually the right to information? It is a fundamental right. Is it? Right to information is a fundamental right. Okay. Question: is right RTI a fundamental right? Kindly comment section में अपने आंसर बता दें. ठीक है. Now, right to information means the right to information accessible under this act, which is held by or under the control of any public authority. अब यहाँ पे example important चीज है, any public authority. This is very important. Any information that is being held by a public authority comes under the ambit of RTI Act. मतलब अगर कोई public authority है and if I want to seek any information from that public authority, it cannot deny me the information. Okay, except for certain exemptions that I will tell you in the next slide. Now, it also includes the right to inspection of work, documents and records, taking notes. Please इन फोर को बहुत अच्छे से याद कर लीजिए कि what are the rights under the RTI Act. It is not only filing an application for RTI, but it also includes inspection of work, documents, records, taking notes, extracts or certified copies of documents or records. You can visit an office and demand that I want to have certified copies of these documents. Okay, matlab that is the Right to Information Act. You can taking certified samples of the material. Okay, for example, if a bridge construction is going on by a public authority, for example CPWD, you can go there, you can take the sample of the material and you can test it on your own to verify the authenticity of the material. That also comes under the RTI Act 2005. Obtaining information in the form of diskettes, floppies. If the information is voluminous, you can ask that this information be compiled in a pen drive, and pen drive, disk, floppy disk. Floppy disk is very outdated now. At that time floppy disk were like revolutionary, है ना. तो वीडियो कैसेट्स, मतलब you can not only access material but you can have them stored in an electronic mode also for you. ठीक है. Now section 4.2 of RTI. सेक्शन 4.2 के अंदर में ही राजस्थान गवर्नमेंट ने प्रोएक्टिव डिक्लेरेशन किया है ऑफ द पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन अंडर ऑन जन सूचना पोर्टल. ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट इज सेक्शन 4.2? सेक्शन 4.2 actually states that it should be a constant endeavor of every public authority. It should be a constant endeavor of every public authority to take steps to provide the information that is being held by that authority suo moto to the public at regular intervals. Suo moto matlab without any litigation, without any filing of application of RTI by public. All the public authorities should proactively declare their information online or through any news media or anything. They should make declarations proactively. Matlab, it not only grants the rights to people to access information, but it also imposes an obligation, although this is not a legally implementable obligation, because it should be a constant endeavor. The act mentions it as that it should be a constant endeavor. Matlab, it seeks to promote the dissemination of information that is being held by public authority at regular intervals. Suo moto means अपने आप से, मतलब जितने भी पब्लिक अथॉरिटीज हैं वो अपने आप से ही सारा इंफॉर्मेशन ऑनलाइन डिक्लेयर करें. सेक्शन 4.2 ऑफ द आरटीआई ऐसा कहता है. ठीक है. तो another is section 8. This is very important because it states exemptions, and we know governments are more concerned about exemptions than providing the information. ठीक है. And there is a fine of rupees 25,000 on the non-reply to an RTI. If an RTI officer is like every department has an information officer, ठीक है, and if that officer is not replying to your RTI, then he will be fined 25,000 rupees. But section 8 states some exemptions key under which circumstances the information cannot be provided, that are sovereignty and integrity of India, the security, strategic, scientific और economic interests of the state. यहाँ पे economic interests of the state है, okay, the relation with foreign state or lead to incitement of an offense. Any information that could lead to incitement of an offense, that could hamper our economic or scientific progress, or that is related to security of the state. For example, any classified document that the government considers classified from the security of the state aspect, that cannot be declared by to the public. ठीक है? Information including commercial confidence, trade secrets or intellectual property. Okay, intellectual property, commercial confidence or trade aspect, trade secrets. ठीक है? The disclosure of which would harm the competitive position of a third party. For example, there is some information that the government is holding about some trade secret, or because all these companies need to register themselves with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And if I'm having a patent, I don't want to reveal that patent to anybody else. Okay, so but the government knows my trade secret, so it cannot reveal it because that will affect my commercial interests. Okay, unless the competent authority is satisfied that a larger interest, larger public, unless my commercial interest is in conflict with the larger public interest of the society as a whole. In that case, the larger public interest will be given precedence over a company's or a commercial body's commercial interests. Okay. Information received in confidence from foreign government. Okay. For example, some kind of deal takes place between India and some other government, and that deal necessitates that the Indian government do not declare the information to anyone else. In that case, the government is not obliged to disclose the information under RTI Act. Okay. Now, what has happened in 2019 and how has it diluted the RTI Act? Original RTI Act इस वाला टर्म में है, and the amendment of 2019 इस वाले टर्म में है. The first one is term of office. Central Information Commission and Commissioner and Information Commissioners will hold office for a term of 5 years. Original RTI Act included that all the Central Information Commissioner, and all the Information Commissioners will hold the office for a term of 5 years. Now, amendment of 2019 made said that the central government will notify the term of office of CICs and ICs. This gives central government a huge discretionary power. Okay, and in the pursuance of this amendment act, the rules of 2019, mandated that 3 years to 5 years should be the term of office of the Central Information Commissioner or Information Commissioners. The salary paid to, the second important amendment was what the original RTI Act said was the salary paid to the Central Information Commissioner and IC will be equivalent to the salary paid to the election commissioners. Okay, सेंट्रल इलेक्शन कमिश्नर की जो सैलरी होगी वही सेंट्रल इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर की सैलरी होगी, और जो इलेक्शन कमिश्नर्स की सैलरी होगी वही सैलरी इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर्स की होगी, एज सेड इन द RTI Act, ओरिजिनल RTI Act. But the amendment said that the salary terms of service will be decided by the central government. This again gives a lot of power to central government and hence control over the working of the Central Information Commission. Okay, and deductions of the salary, as at the when RTI Act was formed, it was said that if someone is appointed as a Central Information Commissioner or Information Commissioners and they were receiving some pensions from the earlier appointments, for example, a retired judge is being appointed as a Central Information Commissioner, so he will be receiving a pension as a retired judge. But when he is going to be appointed as the Information Commissioner or Central Information Commissioner, अब Central Information Commissioner का जो salary stipulated है, for example 1 लाख रुपीज, और उसको उस जज को, रिटायर्ड जज को 30,000 रुपीज फॉर एग्जाम्पल मिल रहा है पहले से ही, तो 30,000 rupees will be reduced and 70,000 rupees will be given to him as a salary, not 1 lakh rupees. Although the salary of Central Information Commissioner is 1 lakh rupees decided है, but अगर वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की ही किसी जॉब में या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की भी किसी जॉब में था और उसको सैलरी पहले पेंशन मिल रही है, तो पेंशन अमाउंट विल बी रिड्यूस्ड, बट दिस हैज बीन रिमूव्ड. तो यू कैन क्लियरली सी दैट दीज अमेंडमेंट्स affect the transparency and independence of Central Information Commission and Information Commissioners as well. ठीक है, ओके सॉरी, द रूल्स, ठीक है, आरटीआई टर्म्स ऑफ सर्विस एक्ट के अंदर में जो आरटीआई टर्म्स ऑफ सर्विस रूल्स नोटिफाई किए गए, उस रूल्स में द टर्म ऑफ सीआईसी एंड आईसी हैव बीन रिड्यूस्ड फ्रॉम 5 years to 3 years. Earlier it was 5 years, now it has been reduced to 3 years, and the salary of CIC and IC, जो act, the amendment act said that the salaries, terms of condition and all will be notified by the government now. Earlier it was fixed. The salaries and terms of service will be same as that of election commissioner. But now it has been fixed from 2.5 lakh and 2.25 lakh. मतलब सेंट्रल इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर के लिए 2.5 लाख रुपीस और इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर के लिए 2.25 लाख रुपीस. ओके, तो this is how it is going to affect the RTI Act. Now a bit of discussion on what is public authority. Public authority is the act says that any body constituted by constitution, government, state legislature, parliament, or any other state body will be called a public authority. But it also includes, these are the judgments of Supreme Court on public authority, or the judgment of Information Commission as well on what is a public authority. Any body owned, controlled, or substantially financed by government. Even if the government is not financing it, but if the government has substantial control over it, it will be called public authority. Even if the government is not substantially controlling it, but it is substantially financing it, it will be called public authority. But substantial financing does not necessarily imply 50%, more than 50%. Substantial financing का मतलब ये नहीं है कि किसी बॉडी को, अगर आप किसी बॉडी को सरकार 50% से ज्यादा पैसे दे रही है फाइनेंसिंग के फॉर्म में, तभी वो सब्सटेंशियली कंट्रोल होगी. मे बी 30% ही फाइनेंसिंग दे रही है गवर्नमेंट, बट देयर इज अ सर्टेन डिग्री ऑफ कंट्रोल एज वेल. तो दोनों मिला के इट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड पब्लिक अथॉरिटी. नॉन गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एनजीओ जितना भी सब्सटेंशियली फाइनेंस्ड है वो, and it may not be owned or controlled by government, but okay, I told you that. Okay, so I hope you understand what is a public authority under RTI Act. Now Central Information Commission. Central Information Commission is established by RTI Act, established through RTI Act. It will compose of one chief information commissioner and 10 information commissioners जिनका term of service earlier 5 years था, but now it has been reduced to 3 years. Okay, they will be appointed by President of India based on the recommendation of the selection committee, and the selection committee will comprise of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition, Cabinet Minister nominated by the Prime Minister. एक selection committee बनेगी जिसका chairperson Prime Minister होगा, and उस committee में Leader of Opposition भी होगा. In Lok Sabha, sorry, a Union Minister nominated by Prime Minister. So, right, who appoints information commissioners? President, on the recommendation of an selection committee. उस selection committee का chairperson Prime Minister. अब उस committee के member कौन कौन? Prime Minister और leader of opposition in Lok Sabha and a union minister nominated by what? Prime Minister. Role of center. What is the role of Central Information Commission? What does it do? It can order inquiry into any matters of on reasonable grounds, secure compliance of its decisions. Okay, if a Central Information Commission has passed an order कि certain kind of information be devolved to public, so it can secure its compliance also. Okay, And the third one is receive and inquire into a complaint. If you are filing an RTI, okay, in some department of some government, and that department or that government is not replying to your RTI, okay, then you can file a complaint with Central Information Commission. Okay, now Central Information Commission will receive your complaint, will make an inquiry into it, and into a complaint who has not received, by any person who has not received response to his RTI, okay, within specific time, or who deems, if you think the information sent by the government or the department is misleading or is not correct, then also you can file a complaint with Information Commission. Who has been unable to submit a request for information due to non-appointment of an officer, or if you see that there is no information officer in the department due to which you are not able to file an RTI, तो आप RTI address किसे करोगे, है ना? In that case also you can file कंप्लेन विद सेंट्रल इन्फॉर्मेशन कमीशन कि भाई फलाना डिपार्टमेंट में कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफिसर ही नहीं है तो मैं आरटीआई किसको एड्रेस करूं. ओके, एंड हु वाज रिफ्यूज्ड द इन्फॉर्मेशन, आपको अगर इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली नहीं है, and during the inquiries the CIC will act as a civil court. Okay, act as a civil court का मतलब क्या है? It can summon anyone for its inquiry. Okay, और जो सिविल कोर्ट की पावर्स होती हैं वो इसके पास भी होगी, सेंट्रल इंफॉर्मेशन कमीशन की होगी, इफ इट इज इंक्वायरिंग इनटू द कंप्लेंट्स ऑफ इन द फॉलोइंग मैटर्स.